What's up, Laugh Lappers, and welcome back to the Laugh Lap podcast with Sean and TJ. We're going to go over everything Darlington this week, and we're late, and I apologize, but, you know, things happen. The race was late. We're late.
Shit happens.
You can follow You can follow us on Instagram right here. You can follow us on Twitter right here. You can follow us on Facebook right here. It's all at the Laugh Lap for the most part, kinda, right? Type it in the search bar and you'll find it. So, welcome. We're back, and we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna talk Darlington. Look, it was a freaking late ass race, man. I was really trying to stay up for that race, man.
And you didn't?
I didn't.
Ooh.
But I taped it and I watched it. No, I had 40 laps left. It was yeah, but
yeah, I got home around like 2.
I was
still like 8 laps left.
In the morning?
Mm-hmm. I think it was around 2. It was
Oh.
close to 2.
Crap, dude. Like, those days were early for me back, you know, I mean, a few years back, probably about 10. But now at 2 o'clock, I'm like, whoa, it's tomorrow.
Where's my key?
Go to bed. So anyway, hey, I apologize. I really do. We don't have a montage. And the reason we don't have a montage is because I have other obligations other than this crappy show. I'm kidding. But I do have, but that wasn't it. It was it was a brutal week. It was a brutal week at work. Your stage 1 winner was Kurt Busch. Your stage 2 winner was Kyle Busch. And of course, Eric Jones, he won the race. So we skipped the montage. We give you the wrap up. And let's get into the notable things from the race. Of course, it was throwback weekend. And this is always really fun for me. And I love like checking out. And there was a lot of self throwbacks. A lot of self-pleasuring throwbacks, if you will, right?
Yeah, yeah. Denny Hamlin, I feel like he always throwbacks to himself, but he didn't this year.
You know who I thought was Denny Hamlin the whole race? Jimmy Johnson.
Oh, yeah, I could see that.
I was like so messed up with that. But so we gotta find. I don't know if you asked the fans did you ask the fans what they thought their favorite throwback scheme was? But I have a favorite throwback scheme.
Okay. Well,
Now, if I'm being a homer, it is the Martin Truex Jr. car. That was like an old Busch Series throwback. Am I correct?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. It looked like his number 8 car from the Busch Series days. But I loved the William Byron City Chevrolet car.
Yeah, that was
let me out the carco. Let me out the carco.
dropping the hammer.
Right. So the Days of Thunder was just a fun. I mean, it's still a phenomenal movie, man. Yeah. But it was so good back in the day, and that car. I mean, it was awesome. It was awesome. So anyway, that was my favorite. TJ, do you have a favorite?
I really love DW's throwback on Hamlin's car.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Dude, wait, here's the thing. Okay, I'm gonna let you go.
Okay.
Go.
I also really loved the Adam Petty throwback that Bubba Wallace did. The Sprees car was sick.
That was awesome. That probably comes in my top 3.
Yeah, and then I would say the Silver Bullet Landon Castle.
Oh, from Sterling Marlin.
That was spot on for
now
sponsor.
Exactly. And here's the thing, TJ. When you do a throwback, I feel like you should really like embody the colors. I mean, we have the technology to match colors.
Right.
Look at who was driving the Tim Richmond throwback? He had the old Folgers car.
Yeah, that was Alex Bowman.
Okay. It was awful.
Yeah, it was
terrible. It did not remind me of Tim Richmond, not even in the slightest bit. It was the color scheme was way off. The logos weren't designed to look even close to the same, in my opinion. And I thought it was terrible. And I thought there was a bunch of terrible ones.
Yeah.
I really did.
Yeah, there was a couple. Like,
dude, match the colors. You can't match the colors?
Yeah, I remember when
I mean, it's 2019. Match the color. Match the color.
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 Color. Earlier this season, was it David Reagan or Michael McDowell? They released their paint scheme. I forgot who it was, but it was like old, like it had like the horsepower on the hood type, and it was blue and gold.
Mm-hmm.
They first revealed it, it was like blue and yellow, and they're like, "Here's our throwback," and everyone was like,
"Where's the gold?"
Oh, they're like, and then all of a sudden they came up with an excuse. Oh yeah, the wrap machine didn't get the right color. We're gonna fix it. I'm like, if there wasn't a, like backlash, they probably weren't gonna fix it.
But I don't understand.
I know.
It's so stupid. Either match it or don't do it.
Yeah. And while we're on the topic of having the technology, quit playing with our Pop-Tarts. Just frost the whole damn thing. We've got the technology. Frost the whole thing. Quit leaving, that quarter inch all the way around the edge. Quit
leaving the little edge that I take a butter knife to and toss out anyway.
Yeah, and add 20 calories. I really don't care.
While you're at it, just fill the whole damn thing with jelly and be done with it. There should be no edge to a Pop-Tart. This is ridiculous.
It is. It's 2019, people.
Jeez. All right. What else we got?
Should Darlington be the only track?
Yeah. So I'm an originalist. I love to keep things kind of traditional.
Yeah.
Start in Darlington, keep it in Darlington.
Yeah.
You want to go see the throwbacks live? Go to Darlington.
Yeah. And plus, I mean, it's one of the oldest tracks on the circuit. I mean, the only other one that you could make an argument for is maybe Martinsville.
Yeah.
Which could be cool.
If they did a Martinsville thing, you know what they should do, because there's so much history there. They should do old, like, Martinsville cars, like you know what I'm saying, like DW1 there. He's like, how many wins he's got there in the Tide car type thing.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like so like now they kind of do decades. So like this was the 90s. So you're saying do like
Martinsville race wins or something.
Yeah. That would be sick.
Yeah. So keep it in Darlington. You want to go see the throwback, go to Darlington. I went to Darlington to go see a throwback, and I loved it. It's nostalgic. Mm-hmm. The place is wonderful. It's one of the oldest tracks on the circuit, like you said, besides Martinsville. It's shaped the way it's shaped mistakenly because there was a minnow pond in turns 3 and 4, so they narrowed the turns up, and that's what makes it so unique.
Yeah, and the asphalt's original too.
It might be, but the way you run that track like nobody else, like no place else. And the thing about it is you worry about like a repave or something like that. Like that's one of those tracks that you just repair it. Let's just keep it nice and drivable. And not do one of these Bristol teardown deals where you just destroy the whole damn thing.
Right.
So, Newman to Suarez, what goes around comes around, TJ.
Yeah. The only thing not going around is Newman's neck because it's not there.
The only thing not going around is a scarf.
Yeah. Tie two of them together and maybe you might make it around. So I mean, we've seen it before. Newman's hard to pass, and it looked like Suarez got him arrow loose. And I mean, what the heck? They're racing hard. He's trying to get around him, and
Ryan Newman. Come on, man. I get disappointed when guys bitch about things that is like when they feel like they've been wronged and they really haven't.
Yeah.
So I'm taking Suarez's side on this. I like Ryan Newman. But what the hell do you want the guy to do?
Yeah.
What do you want? What do you want him to do? Roll over? Piss on his belly?
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, what the hell's going on with that? Yeah. So,
and they're tied going into the final race of the regular season. So.
Oh, well, you've got that too. So, I mean, it's kind of that adds to it, but that doesn't make it like. I just don't see myself getting on national television and just being a little baby about it. Like Clint Boyer does that now all of a sudden.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he used to complain, but I don't know. what Clint Boyer has just, I don't know if he's feel like
Stuart Haas, he's kind of been like kind of entitled. I feel like
I just don't know if he feels like he's got something to prove and he's just not. I don't know, man. I don't know, but I like them all. I like Newman and I like Boyer, so I just don't like it when they whine.
Yeah.
Kyle Busch hits the wall once, and then he cuts a tire basically in that first hit, and then he's done. He falls off the pace. No caution. TJ, do you think if you're in the control booth coming down to the wire like that, are you throwing the yellow flag?
Well, let's be honest. It was like a lap and a half to go when he started to really slow down. He hit the wall about 2 laps to go, maybe 2.5 laps. But I remember earlier this year where Kyle Busch was leading and someone's barely scraped the wall. I think maybe Jimmy Johnson or someone, and the caution flag flew right away. So it's almost like, is this NASCAR being inconsistent or?
Oh, we know they are.
Yeah,
they totally are.
And I'm totally being biased because Larson was in second, so I wanted to see a caution. But I think we just need to call out NASCAR.
Yeah, let's be consistent. You either call it or you don't call it in the same situation. It's like the same thing in college basketball. When you call one thing at one end of the court and you don't call the other, you call the same thing at the other end of the court. It just seems biased. Now, I mean, I hate to bring up, the past. Yeah. But I remember one time in Richmond when Truex had 6-second, 10-second lead, something like that. I don't know. You tell me.
We were there, right?
Yeah, we were, and some dope who probably shouldn't even be racing a race car this late in a race scrapes the wall, just barely gets up in the marbles, scrapes the wall, and the caution comes out.
Yep.
You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. I was there.
You remember who won that race?
Yeah, it was my first time seeing Larson win.
Larson and Truex start side by side, and Truex was terrible on restarts the whole night. He was awesome.
And wrecked him.
He did wreck him.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. He did wreck him, actually. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. But it didn't matter. He was in second when he wrecked him.
Right. Yeah.
Wrecked him, then near killed him. So.
It's the wreckers, baby.
So anyway, my point is that NASCAR has a long history of being very inconsistent with the yellow flags, especially when it comes down towards the end of the race. And sometimes it benefits a leader, and sometimes it doesn't. The point being is that they're inconsistent, and they don't have. It's not black and white. Like, if there's stuff on the track, you call it. If there's not stuff on the track, you don't call it.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not black and white. It's like, well, okay. That's fine. I mean, So, anyway, Eric Jones wins the race, and I think he would have won.
Yeah, he was the only Joe Gibbs car without a win, so he's finally checked that off his to-do list.
Yeah, and he needed it because he's probably getting pushed out the door. So
yeah.
What did TJ?
Yeah.
What did the fans think about the race?
I'm proud of you. You didn't skip this part.
Well, it's my least favorite part. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
All right. So Racer369 said it was cool. The schemes looked awesome on the track. Yes, they did.
Sure.
DJ Schunsinger, it was worth staying up for. At least for me, not for my co-host.
I tried. I really did, man. I was like struggling because I pre-gamed it, man.
Yeah.
I pre-gamed it. I wasn't looking at the weather or anything. I pre-gamed it. Went to my buddy's house actually, and my son's friend's parents' house or their house, and he's a big race fan. And we were pre-gaming it, and then it starts raining. I'm like, oh my gosh! All right, well, let's wait an hour and a half. It's like almost 3 hours later.
Yeah, do they not have like noise odorants there?
No, that place is kind of out there, man.
Yeah.
It's kind of by itself. It would be kind of like almost like it's less congested than Martinsville, I'd say.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because Martinsville's in the country, but there's houses around there.
That's true. Yeah, there are a lot of houses.
Yeah. So anyway.
User 62791 said, "I hate Newman." So,
wow, it's a little harsh.
Yeah.
Word, guys. It's a strong word.
Yeah, hate is a strong word. The Cadster52 said, "Very good. Sucks that my boy Larson couldn't get it done."
Well, I wonder why you chose that one.
Yep, that's why.
Larson only got second because Kyle Busch hit the wall.
Right. Yeah. Oh, also, so that was the last one. I only picked 4.
Why?
I don't know, but I did want to talk about the quality passes real quick before we move on to the caption this photo. Last year's race had 758 passes, and this year's race had 744 passes. So about 14 less than last year. But I think last year's was better.
Well, I got to be honest. I watched all but about 40 laps left. I remember, put it this way. I remember Clayton Hughes telling Martin Truex Jr. is 40 laps left. And that was the last thing I remember. I must have fell asleep right after that.
Yeah.
So, anyway, my point is that I fell asleep. This race was not that exciting.
I didn't think so either. And I love Darlington.
I love Darlington too. I don't know if it was the rain that cooled down the temps.
I think it's the fact that they're going into 1 and 2 full throttle. That's stupid. Stupid.
Yeah, it could be.
I mean, until the tires wear, but I'm just not a big fan of the full throttle on the turns.
Maybe they should not use that type of package at that type of racetrack.
I think they could use the package that, like the body and stuff.
Well, no, I'm talking about the engine package.
No, I want more horsepower.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
For the same body package. Try it. Yeah. So did you see the picture I posted for the caption this?
I didn't.
Okay, well, I'm going to explain it then. Hey, like I always do. So Alex Bowman is in his Tim Richmond getup. And
I saw that.
And Jeff Gordon's like looking at him like...
Yeah. Like he's zoned out.
Yeah, he's zoned out, yeah. So the Cadster with 52, which I believe I picked for the thoughts of the race. He said, "Me and my friend waiting to get into a bar."
That's good.
That was good.
Which one's underage? Got to put a fake mustache on.
Oh, good catch. Zoke14 said, "You call that a mustache?" Remember Jeff Gordon's mustache?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
That thing was terrible.
It was Crustache. DJ Schlingsinger, who I also picked for a thought of the race, said, "The look your dad gives you when you're 30 and still living in his basement."
Playing video games like TJ did.
Yeah.
Except for there's no basement. Sorry.
Yeah. I just dug a hole. NASCAR.
You're not even 30 yet, are you?
I turn 30 next year.
Oh, okay.
NASCAR Planet said, "Is that you, Brooke?" Oh, it's so good. So good.
Is that it?
No, I got one more.
Okay.
R. Campbell 3239 said, "The moment you realize your son's a dumbass."
Okay, that one's my winner. Ding, 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 winner. All right, so we're heading into Indianapolis, and they made this the last race of the regular season because why? No one knows.
No idea.
No one has any idea.
Fun fact that I don't actually have facts for is that usually the winner of this race goes on to win the championship.
Well, you say usually.
Yeah, like Kyle Busch did in 1 year.
It's just happened a bunch. Dale Jarrett did it. Jeff Gordon's done it.
My point is, it's not... I mean, we've seen surprise winners, don't get me wrong, but it's mainly a muscle track. Your best are going to shine, more than likely.
Oh, it's horsepower.
Yeah, it's horsepower.
Yeah.
I think, I'm calling it right now, I think Byron wins the pole.
Okay, but this isn't even my...
Oh, yeah, we're not even talking
spot in the show. My point is we're heading to Indianapolis, for crying out loud. And I'm just wondering what the points bubble looks like, because I know it's really tight. We got Boyer there. We got 7-time nobody all of a sudden there. And then, whoa, hey.
Fighting words.
I mean, look, the guy has fallen off the face of the planet like nobody's business.
Yeah.
So, right?
Yeah.
I'm just calling it like I see it. What are we looking like?
So Clint Boyer is in 15th. Daniel Suarez is in 16th with the tiebreaker over Ryan Newman to make the playoffs. And then Jimmy Johnson's 18 points out.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
He's going to have to win.
Yeah, he's probably going to have to win. The thing is, stage points, I mean, you can get more stage points than someone, but finish worse than them and still get more points. So,
yeah, I know, I get it. But Jimmy Johnson had a perfect opportunity to get stage points and blah, 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 blah.
He had a great opportunity to get a top 5 finish.
Yeah, Darlington. And he didn't.
No, he got caught up in a wreck.
He was long out of there before he got caught up in the wreck.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Where was he running when he got caught up in that wreck?
Behind the top 10 that got in the wreck.
Yeah, good answer.
Yeah.
So, all right. I kind of gave my thoughts on the race. It lacked a little bit for me. I think it might have had something to do with the rain, maybe. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know what the temperatures were like, but it was not the same Darlington to me.
Yeah, the Xfinity race was good, though.
It felt like they had maybe a little bit too much control of their car. And I'm not saying I want the cars to be out of control all the time, because that sucks for the driver. But, I mean, maybe some tires that wear a little bit quicker. Something.
Well, that's the thing, though. Darlington, the tires wear quick, but their cars have so much downforce. They don't, I don't know.
Yeah, well, they haven't found the combination there yet. And this is the constant battle, because you got to appease fans all the time. You know what? Sometimes races just suck.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Sometimes they're just freaking kind of boring.
Yeah. Who's to say even with last year's package it could have been boring?
Yeah, but I don't remember last year's race being boring.
No, they were great.
I remember a couple years ago when my boy Truex won, that was probably boring for everybody because he won by like 10 seconds. But
after he dominated the 600 too, right?
Yeah, it was the same year. Yeah. All right. So look, it's time for the biggest winners and losers. So, oh my gosh, this list I've got here, that's an old list. Oh, what the hell I'm doing here? TJ, you go ahead first, man.
My big winner is Kyle Larson because he's been running really strong lately. Possible wins in these last few races, and he's peaking right before the playoffs, and I think that's just great.
My biggest winner was Clint Boyer. Bumped him up a little bit. He's right there in the bubble, and he got what, 6th place finish. So, right?
Yeah, he struggled the past few weeks, so it was a good pick me up.
Yeah. So he's my biggest winner. I really wanted to choose a Kyle Larson or something like that, but I put him somewhere else. We'll see in a minute. So, who is your biggest loser?
Jimmy Johnson.
Really? See, I was gonna pick Jimmy Johnson too, man.
I was gonna pick really anyone on the bubble because they all messed up except for Clint Boyer.
But
even Kyle Busch could be a loser because he probably had the car to win, and he struggled the past few weeks as well, and he could have got back to victory lane.
I gotta say Ryan Newman, man. Ryan Newman's my biggest loser.
Yeah.
I mean, the dude's got to just keep it under control for a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like he's the hardest. Didn't someone come up on him?
Yeah, it was Suarez.
No. In the lead, Eric Jones. That was Joey Logano, wasn't it?
Oh, maybe. I can't remember.
Either way. My point is that like when the leader comes up on Ryan Newman, which they do just about every week, It's like it's like so hard to pass. Anyway, he gets it for me, and I apologize. I like Ryan Newman, but he's my biggest loser this week because you finished 23rd. A couple other guys didn't finish real great. Chance to capitalize, gain some points back, and I squandered it. So, power rankings, TJ. Let's start with number 5. Who you got?
I got Larson. He's been out of my top 5 for a long time, but 3 races in a row where he's been pretty good, so he's made my top 5.
I got Brad K. I feel like he had a good run. What did he finish? 5th? It's the top 5. What was it? Yeah, top 5. He's always good. And if you want to put money on someone, you could put it on Brad K a lot of times, man. He's always right there. So, who you got for 4th, TJ?
I've got Truex dropping a couple spots down to 4th.
I got Truex too, dropping from 3rd to 4th. Just a loose wheel. Just it happens, man. They've had a couple of these this year. Need to tighten it up. I mean, you're heading into the playoffs, man. It's to shake it off. Get this crap out of the way and keep rolling. Who you got for number 3, TJ?
I've got Hamlin slipping from 1st to 3rd.
Really? 1st to 3rd?
Yeah.
Wow, dude.
Big shakeups.
Well, I got Harvick in 3rd. No particular reason, just kind of right there, right in the middle, right where I put him, basically. Yeah. So,
he's climbed up and then he kind of stabilized.
Yeah. I mean, he was pushing the number 1 spot in my power rankings, but number 2.
I've got Harvick, so I've got yours flip flopped.
Yeah, I guess so because I got Hamlin for 2nd. Obvious reasons. You go and just put these string of top 5s together for 6 races in a row, and then you just get caught up in he got caught up in a wreck, but I mean, he was never the car to beat. You didn't see it. I mean, he was running 5th to 10th, but it wasn't there. So
29th, Harvick finished 4th.
I think we have the same number 1.
Kyle Busch.
We must. Yeah. Kyle Busch.
Yep.
He's just always there, man. He's always there.
Still finished 3rd.
Yeah, finished 3rd, even with a flat tire and
on a stage.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, absolutely. The stage, that's huge too nowadays. So, anyway, I have a notable. Do you have a notable?
Oh, yeah, he did win a stage. Yeah, my notable is Joey Lagoons because he's falling. He's falling.
Oh, you always do the negative notable. I did a positive notable today. Huh?
You always do the positive.
I did the positive notable today, and that was Kyle Larson.
Yeah.
So, there you go. Shout out to KL. And,
Kyle Larson, no longer Kyle Walson.
I don't remember him ever being Kyle Walson.
Walson, like hitting the wall?
Oh.
You called him that one time.
I did?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yep.
I'm so funny. So anyway.
It was after I said it. Go ahead.
Next week, we're heading to Indy. And last year's winner was Brad Keselowski.
Yep.
And TJ has the driver ratings for Indianapolis for your fantasy pleasures. Not your fantasy pleasures, but like your fantasy racing information.
Yeah. Okay, well, your number 1 driver is Casey Kane.
That doesn't count. You can't use that.
I know. It's so funny, though. Yeah, so BK went back-to-back last year. Won Darlington, then won Indy.
I do remember that, yes.
Yep, and so he is your number 1 guy at Indy.
1!
He's got a average finish of 1.5.
Amazing.
Yep, and then you got Kevin Harvick with an average finish of 5th. Ryan Newman, the Oscar Mayer Wiener, has an average finish of 6.5. Then you got Lagoons with an 8.5. Hamlin with a 10. Danica Patrick with an 11. Daniel Suarez is the next active driver with a 12.5. So him and Newman might find each other again.
Well, Newman finds everybody at some point.
Yeah, whether it's in front.
So.
Anyone you want to know specifically?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't see him on here, so he can't be too good. But Kyle Larson has an average finish of 21st. That's real great.
Give me the top 5 again real quick.
Top 5 is Brad Kay, Kevin Harvick, Ryan Newman, Joey Lagoons, and Hamlin.
All right. It's time for picks. You go first.
Oof. I think Brad Kay goes back-to-back kissing the bricks.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to go on a very long limb.
Ooh.
And
sounds like your Friday nights.
And I'm going to say Joey Logano bounces back. I guess it's the second time we each took a Penske driver to win. So.
Yeah, I think so, and we had it flip-flopped, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I'm going to pick Joey Logano, and we'll see what happens. But, you know, those ones that you mentioned in the top 5 there with Hamlin and Harvick, those are strong contenders.
Yeah.
For wins.
Right now, currently.
Yeah. Hamlin's luck last week at Darlington was not really Hamlin's fault.
Right. Yeah, he got caught.
Yeah.
Great there.
Anyway.
He's great at Darlington.
Yeah. So, anyway, that's it. That's all we got for you. Sorry we were late. Thanks for joining us, though. Look, follow us on Twitter.
Oh, don't do this again.
Follow us on Instagram. And follow us on Facebook right here. Thank you so much for TJ. I'm Sean. We're out. See you later.